this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, here's Rudolph. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Al Woods coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Here's Rudolph off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Going deep for... He's got a man. Complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rudolph on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
There for the tackle, Blair Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Flex round. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Here we go. White 90. White 90. Flex round.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. They'll roll him out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
You got 4. Come on, let's go. White 90. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Brissett. And he connects with Ebron. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Rudolph. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey. You got 3. You got 3.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. $51 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in position. They run with Hines. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop, because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
Now it's Hines. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's got room. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Brissett steps away to his left. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Hut, 90!
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And his throw is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play, he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Rudolph on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
He'll check this one off to Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. off to Fournette. And an alley to run. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Grand 38! Flex round! 38!
Second down, Brissett. Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Malone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And now out come the Jags. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Set! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Watching that Barney!
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Forced out to his left. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Here's a give to Fournette. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And this one will be brought back to the 22. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Set now on 2nd down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Set to throw on first. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They begin the drive with Hines, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go.
Here's Brissett. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Flex round! 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 Come on, let's go!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! 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 52's flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Coming after you! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you!
From the gun, here's Brissett. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Hey!
Following the penalty, it's Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Flex round. Let's go. White 90. White 90. Ohio.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
This is Hines. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
He's checking. Crash. Hey, check 24.
They run again with Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Leopard! Detroit! Leopard!
On first down, Rudolph buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
He sets to, and that's caught inside the 35. A big third down play there for the Jags. 47 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Here's a give to the fullback. That's Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Flex round! Let's go! 38!
To throw is Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
The Colts send out their punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game that I would have to think. I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. Now he's forced out left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down deep Dallas territory. They give him a gain of 37. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Back to the air, Rudolph on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Rudolph. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Margus Hunt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
Ohio! Ohio! Stand up in.
Here's Hines. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And some space here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Flex round! Flex round! He's coming! We got double up! Hot! Hot!
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Breaks through the contact. He's still barreling through. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Indy. Given 55 yards on the ground. They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Probably a little too much to overcome, don't you think?
I would agree. I say at this stage of the game, that touchdown should seal the fate.
Now the try here for the extra point. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Keelan Cole now to return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big run by the big man Fournette. 77 yards. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Darius Geis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Rudolph looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And they'll go on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Flex round.
On 3rd down. That's Hines. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they just took a timeout. With 2 seconds to go, this one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Brissett now. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.